Oh, gosh. Oh, man. 2 minutes late. I apologize, friends. 2 minutes late. Let me see if I can set this up. Hold on. Hold on a second, friends. Hi, Cancers. If you guys are here, welcome to the live for your birthday season. Thank you guys so much for showing up here right now live with me or at a later date if that's your bag. Thank you guys so much. I found what I was looking for. Ta-da, I did it. All right. Put this up here. And then I got to do this thing again with the live chat. I got to pop that out because for some reason the desktop doesn't display the chat unless I, pop it out. So if you guys are there, whoever's there, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks for showing. And we'll get started in just a moment as soon as I get this bad boy set up the way I want it to. Apologize for being late. I just shoved a bunch of dinner in my face. That was fun. My sister's in town, so we had some sushi, and that was delicious. So thank you, Sissy, if you're out there or wherever you are. All right, here we go. Cancer, welcome to your birthday reading. If you guys can hear me, if you can see me, please type so in the chat. If you're there, say hi. What is this doing here? If you are a Cancer and you have a question, please prepare that for me. We're going to get started in a moment with an overall for Cancers during the birthday season. And yes. Moon Goddess, what up, girl? How you doing? Always supporting. My favorite. One of my favorites. Maybe my favorite. I don't know. Should I show my bias out here to the public? Anyway, let's get started with an overall view of what's going on for Cancers during their birthday season. Overall message for Cancer. Which deck, please? And once we do the overall, we'll do a check-in and see if everybody's here or who is here, who comes, who stops in. If they have any questions, we'll address that in a moment. But Cancer's overall message for their birthday season at this time, please show me. All right, Housewives Tarot. I need like a display box. I've been trying 4 years now to find like a really good like tiered stacked box to hold all these card decks in. I've seen like other readers have them on their channels, but I can't find a good one. So if anybody has any sources, please let me know. And again, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just give me like a thumbs up emoji or, say we can hear you. Stop asking, whatever. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you very much. And Sissy, of course, enjoy your time here. You don't have to, monitor the reading the entire time. I appreciate you guys showing up. All right, general messages for Cancer during their season. Please show me general messages at this time for Cancers. Stop asking. See, I had a feeling somebody was gonna be like, shut up, Jay. You keep asking. Yes, we can hear you. All right, general messages. There we go. That feels right. Well, enjoy Mario Party. Maybe I'll join you guys later. All right, general messages. Whoa, first one. King of Pentacles. General messages for Cancer at this time. Please show me. That dinner was pretty good. Thing about sushi, though, you don't get full off of it, right? So I'll be hungry very soon. Second card. 3 or 2, please tell. Oh, it's going to be 4. Aren't you lucky, Cancer? Okay. So general messages. First card out was the King of Pentacles. Second card was the Sun in reverse. And these two came together, the 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. Lots of money on the mind or stability on the mind. And I think it's like a fragile situation right now, Cancer. It feels like the totality of your life or the stability of your life is it's weighing heavily on your mind, and you don't have enough of something, or you feel as though um, you might be under some type of strain or stress. The King of Pentacles is supposed to be a relaxed figure, is supposed to be able to kick back and enjoy their riches and enjoy, um, not having too much to worry about in terms of their finances or their career or whatever, speaks to your stability, whatever speaks to your foundations. But with the sun in reverse coming out right after that. Oh, okay. It could be that even if it's not affected, it could be that you're just not happy with it. It could be um, working too much or having to scrape pennies together. Yes, thank you. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 scraping together equals 6. So there would be balance. So you might be putting in a lot of work to maintain your finances, maintain your home, keep food on the table, what have you. And you might be in a situation or a circumstance where everything that you're producing, everything that you're bringing to the table is proving to be not enough. Or, you're working so many hours, if you're a frontline worker, hello, pandemic, uh, you would be working over 40 hours a week, 60, maybe 70 hours a week, whatever you're doing. If you're out in retail, if you're out in grocery stores, there's a lot of strain. The sun card is like a strenuous feeling. I feel a lot of strain here. And even if you're comfortable, even if you do have enough money, even if you're able to keep yourself afloat, it's the it's the push to have to keep doing that. It feels like if you're in with a roommate situation, you live with friends, you live with family, it feels as though you have this mindset, Cancer, that you're the primary one, if not the only one, bringing in the money, bringing in the stability, or you have it on your mind. This 2 and 4 of Pentacles together. Again, they're making me do math, so that's significant for somebody out there. 2 plus 4 is 6, right? So that equals 6 of Pentacles. And 6 of Pentacles talks about equity and things being in equal measure and reciprocity, right? Separated, the 2 and the 4, weighing out options, but then also feeling restricted, or at this feeling like you want to make more choices, you want to have more options. With the 2 of Pentacles, I feel there's a desire to do something that you haven't done thus far, or that hasn't been presented to you, or maybe you were working on something before whatever crisis came upon your life, or whatever hardships, maybe not a crisis, but whatever hardships or challenges you're going through. And because you can't make progress down this one path that you were already working on, it feels like, or there's just been a monkey wrench in the mix here, and it's got your guards up with that 4 of Pentacles over there. So as an overall, it's heavily focused on finances, stability, security, things like that, and your dissatisfaction with how much work you have to put in to maintain, or how much work you have to put in and other people aren't matching your effort. So basically, I'm trying, I'm doing the best that I can, and people around me or the situations around me are just like not helpful. And it feels like it feels like a drain, because this sun in reverse feels like really like low energy. I suppose you could, for a few cases, it feels like maybe you're not as rested as you should be. Again, if you're working tons of hours, that kind of makes sense. So yeah, I don't think I need to clarify any more. I don't think I need to clarify much, if anything. Let's just make sure that that's all they want to give to me for you guys as the opener. Yeah, that feels pretty solid. I mean, if you're cool with your money, if you're cool with your stability, if you're not stressed out at work, if you're sleeping well, you're sleeping good, go ahead, Cancer. If you're walking that path, great. But for those where it applies, you have my condolences. I understand it's such a uncertain time at this point in our history. So I would tip my hat, but my hair is garbage under here. But anyway, all right, so let's check in with the chat and see what's up. Okay. I need glasses because the way I've set this up is like the camera's here, but like the screen is behind the camera. All right, so you're about to play Mario Party. Hey, haven't got you in a lot before. Excited to watch The Lost Sheep. Hello, hi, how are you? I'm tempted to quit my job. Oh, okay. So maybe that overall was applicable to you. Thank you very much, Lost Sheep. Thank you for joining me. Feel like one of the few employees that is reliable. Wow. Okay. See. So yeah, like that issue of like putting in this effort and other people aren't pulling their weight. Who wants to be in any situation like that? Nobody does. So anyway, if there are any cancers in the chat tonight who are here with me live, if you guys want to ask a question, I will gladly answer it for you. We're going to press on with the reading. And I never remember the order in which I go. I need my mods to like, or I just need to make a list or something like that and write it down so I remember. So we start with the general. I think we do career and finances first, and then we do health and wellness, and then we do love and romance. I think that's how it goes. So career and finances kind of was already touched on in that general opener. So, but let's dive further into it, or get a different message. We'll see what happens. Which deck for Cancer's career and finances, please? Which one? Please show me. I've got a few even further down here. Let's see if they're in play at all. Ooh, that one felt good. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was just like, none of those up there look like the ones. But here we go with the Lynn Strider deck. All right. Oop, had that upside down. All right, career and finance for Cancer. And thank you all for hanging out tonight. If you're here in the chat, do feel free to drop me a follow. If you're watching on the repeat, drop me a follow, drop me a like if you haven't done any of that stuff yet. My good friends. All right, career and finances for Cancer. Please show me the messages, please, regarding career and finance for Cancer. And how's everybody's weekend? How's everybody's summer, right? We're officially in summer. Cancer, you are the cardinal sign of the summer season. You bring us in. Hopefully you guys are having a good time, even though we're still a little bit of a lockdown in some places. But hopefully if you're out and about, you're doing so safely and, taking all the precautions we're supposed to take, yeah? All right, career and finance for Cancer. Last, thank you. Excuse me. All right, career and finance for Cancer, please show me. Justice. My God, you're just coming out fast tonight. 5 of Swords in reverse. And the 5 of Pentacles. Cancers. What's the matter? What's the stress? What is the stress? Cancer, major arcana for Justice. Oh, in the beginning, in your first reading, the Sun, secondary major for Leo. You could deal with Libra or Leo. It's a general, though. It's still general collective, so don't hold on to that too tightly. So, first card, Justice. Second card, 5 of Swords in reverse. And your final card in this first spread regarding career and finances. Some of you could be, in a legal or like technicality is the word they're giving me. Like a contract. That is the word I wanted, a contract. So a legal obligation, a contractual obligation, like paperwork, like heavy paperwork, like you're tied to a situation, you're tied to a job, you're tied to something, and you can't get out of it easily. And I feel many of you Cancers, if it's not like you're tied legally to something, again, through some technicality, it feels like on your principles you're tied to it. You want to get the job done, or you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. Like there's this upstanding energy, it feels like. So something important regarding career and finances, keeping a job, being promoted in a job. Again, if you're under contract, you want to make sure that you're, living up to the terms of the contract, something like that. It's super important. And a lot of you, if it's for both groups, whether you're in a legal binding situation or not, it feels like the integrity of the job that you're doing, the work you're asked to do, or the people that you work with is super important to you. Like I'm doing what I need to do, as an employee, as a contracted worker, as whatever. I'm within the bounds of the contract. I'm living up to my end of the bargain. Are you? Or someone saying this to you, it could go vice versa. But there's this being very observational about what you do and what other people do and who's like minding their P's and Q's, okay? Five of Swords in reverse, I feel as though, observation, like where you might want to confront or you might naturally want to speak up if someone is not doing what they're supposed to do. This is quiet energy, this Five of Swords in reverse. This is not engaging. This is not arguing, not going to fight it. If someone's not pulling their weight, if someone is treating you, it could be that. If someone's treating you poorly on the job, like let's say you're being harassed. And this is kind of dicey, so tread lightly with this one. But let's say you're being harassed at work, or you're being whatever at work. You're being treated misfairly. Misfairly? Is that unfairly? Wow. Anyway, it feels like instead of speaking up and causing a confrontation, you're kind of just taking it in stride and you're not going to make a big deal out of it. Could be because you need the job so badly. Could be you need the money so badly. Could be you have bigger things in mind. So again, tread lightly with this. This is not advice. This is just what I'm sensing. I'm sensing that in order to see yourself go further in a job, you might take certain situations that are kind of deplorable or kind of unpleasant, take it on the chin, take it in stride, and really, your mind is on the bigger goal. Or some of you also could be, because again, Five of Swords is naturally about or traditionally about conflict and chaos and all this other kind of stuff. And with it in the reverse, it feels like you're not engaged in that. So again, if you're going through a crummy situation in your job or some type of restraint within a contract, it feels like you could be compiling information. Building a case with the Justice card, building a case. Instead of confronting the situation now, you compile a case so that weeks or months down the line, you actually have something to take to the higher ups or take to authorities so that you can sort of expose the culture that you're working in. If not the culture, just a specific person. If your boss is being demeaning or your boss is all kinds of, racist or sexist or something like that, or, your boss is doing shady deals under the table and you have proof of that, you're not going to confront this person on your own. You're going to do it in time. Mm-hmm. To do any of what you're doing, whether it's working long hours and being underappreciated, whether it's, engaging in, receiving or being subjected to some type of harassment, if it's working tons and tons and tons of hours just to get your needs met, you end up feeling like this. You end up feeling like the Five of Pentacles. So it feels like no matter what you do, you're always in this quote unquote poor state of mind. You might be quote unquote poor financially, meaning, again, you're having a hard time getting your ends met or getting your needs met. But I think more that's about your state of mind, Cancer. You are not feeling confident that what you're doing is correct or that you're going to be able to ride it out, so to speak. It's very difficult for you to continue to be like this. Again, like I feel like some of you are like doing, like you're building a case or you're working within the terms of a contract, within the terms of your employment. And what you're being asked to do is so draining on you. So, there's a potential for conflict here. 2 5s. 5s represent conflict, chaos, and all kinds of commotion, right? So there is this frustration that you live with, and you just kind of take it for either the greater good or the long-term goal or the bigger picture, or because you simply don't want to engage and you, quote unquote, need the job. Further information regarding career and finances for Cancer, please. I want to get a little bit more on the Justice card. What is Justice about? I think you guys already know, but I'm just curious because I'm just like, really? Cancer out here doing not espionage, but like doing like a little expose at your job? That's interesting. So let me see more on the Justice card. Clarify the Justice card, please. Ooh, are you not going to clarify it for me? Am I being too nosy? There it goes. 10 of Swords. Oy. Painful situation. Thank you. 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Yes. So the work you're doing is super painful. The work that you're doing for the sake of another person is obligatory, or you feel responsible. You might have a wife or a husband at home. You might have children at home, someone that depends on you, or a business partner that you work alongside, or, you know, you need to put food on the table to feed your children, what have you. The obligation in the situation is draining. I don't know if you guys could hear that. I don't even know what that was, but it was a little bit of a ruckus. Anyway, the situation or the reasoning or the motivation for why you work is obligatory. It has to happen. You must do this thing. And I mean, granted, you know, with employment, most people feel responsible and feel like, yeah, I do need to have this job. I do need to keep this job. Absolutely. So that all clarifies the Justice, right? Okay. But the 10 is striking me because the 10 represents some type of culmination point, an ending point. So it feels like, again, if you're under contract, that's going to come to an end very soon. If there are certain limitations to your contract or certain terms, they will expire, or your assignment will expire. There's something like this will end soon, and hopefully you'll get a reprieve. I'm going to clarify also. 5 of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here for Cancer regarding their career and finances? Please show me. Career and finances for Cancer. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Moving on. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles for Cancer, please. Let's clarify the 5 of Pentacles for Cancer. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Moving on. Maybe after some due diligence with the Page of Swords. Hopefully you guys can see that. Is it focusing? Oh, there it goes. So maybe after some due diligence, you know, maybe after, again, I feel like Cancer, you're being very dedicated to this job, being very dedicated to whatever is being asked of you, and you're grinning and bearing so much, hopefully to eventually escape what you're having to deal with. In terms of actual cash, you only have 2 cards that speak to Pentacles. And again, they're making me do additions. So 3 plus 5 is 8. So 8 of Pentacles is about hard work. It is about being dedicated to a task. It is about apprenticeship or building upon skills or enhancing skills, enhancing your ability to create or produce. So it feels like, you know, in the long run, what you're going through has a certain value, has a certain payoff. It's just to deal with it right now is bullshit. It's bogus. You don't want to do it. It makes you uneasy, or it stresses you out. If it doesn't make you uneasy, it stresses you out. And it's a challenge, again, because of the 2 5s, okay? So as far as cash, I think whatever you're used to earning, whatever, if you earn a lot of money, if you earn a little bit of money, I'm not seeing like any wavering in that. I'm not seeing like huge payoffs or huge checks coming in. I'm not seeing a bunch of loss. I'm just seeing your energy and your motivation to do this work is drained or is lowered. Okay. All right. That is the career and finances for Cancer. All right, as I clean this up, let's go ahead and check in with the chat. Again, if you're a Cancer and it's your birthday season, happy birthday to you, by the way. Sorry for not saying that earlier. Happy birthday to you guys who are celebrating here in late June and July. And hopefully you guys had a wonderful birthday if you've already celebrated, if it's still coming up. Still, I hope you have a great birthday. And if there are any Cancers in the chat now who are live, let's just go ahead and see if anybody has a question. Again, guys, if you are hanging out right now, or even if you're watching in the repeat, drop me a follow, a subscribe, or whatever. Feel free to like the video if you like the content, if you like me. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Ah! Anaya, you finally showed up, did you? I'm kidding. Normally you're like here like before I am, and I was late. I was 2 minutes late. But thank you so much for showing up. My other wonderful mod, my two mod. Excuse me, Amir. Excuse me, Amir. My bad. I'm going by screen names. I'm going by screen names. Okay, so I apologize. Anyway, so thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, friend. Welcome to the Canton stream. Oh. So there was a commotion. I wasn't just hearing things. I guess I'll find out later what happened. You do not have to type it in chat. You can just tell me later. Okay, now's your time. The question. Thank you very much, Amir. Thank you so much for showing up, friend. All right. Got a kind of a full house here, but no questions. So all you onlookers, you're just here to peep out what's going on in Cancer's lives, huh? Perfect. I'm with you. There's nothing wrong with a little spying every once in a while. Don't do it. Don't do it too much. All right, so let's move on to health and wellness for Cancers. All right, health and wellness for Cancers. This is shooting me in my eyes. So we're gonna go with the Wild Unknown Tarot. It's just jumping out at me. I appreciate a lurker. You know what I mean? I lurk on so many other tarot channels all the time, so I got nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a little lurk. Nothing at all. All right, let's go. Let's see some insight into health and wellness for Cancer, please. In other news, for anyone who dares to answer, big summer plans, anybody? I'd be curious, if someone is in a country that's okay, not to get super political or anything, but a country that's mostly opened up and mostly on the mend after this pandemic. What are your vacation plans? Because here in America, can we vacation? Should we? Maybe that's the question. We probably can, but should we? So if anybody has any cool summer plans, no matter where you are in the world, what are you planning to do? Health and wellness for Cancer. Camp? Number one, you said camp. No. And number two, you said your yard. No. I'm going to say no. Health and wellness for Cancers, please. You know I don't like Mother Nature too much. We barely get along. Last, thank you. Who is that? That's a new guy. Last. Health and wellness for Cancer, please show me. Didn't it though? Totally canceled it. The Emperor. Health and wellness for Cancers at this time. 2. All right. Wow. Kapoom, kapoom. This is a 1-2 punch. What kind of sound is that? Kapoom, kapoom. Anyway. The Emperor and the High Priestess. All right, so a little bit of both. Cancer, you've got the Emperor. This is major arcana for Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries, but you don't have to be. And the High Priestess, that's you. Secondary major for you. Or excuse me. Yeah, secondary major for Cancer, sometimes also associated with Pisces. I feel as though this is a combination. This is very good. This is like a very keen focus on your physical health and your spiritual health, okay? Emperor is very physical. Emperor is very much this 3D rah rah uh, Mars like power source. A lot of focus on your physical presence, a lot of focus on your strength in your body and your mind. A lot of you might have this mind over matter thing because the Emperor, just as an archetype in tarot, is accomplished, doesn't really doesn't really shy away from any type of adversity. Yeah, it feels like you're super in control of your body, or you're super in control of like your diet, how you feel, or at least this is what you want. If you're not doing it, this is what you want to do. And if you want to do it, you got to put action to match the desire, right? And the Emperor again is a physical card ruled by Aries fire sign energy, so it's very much about physical presence and being aware of the physical body. So I feel like feels like you guys are planning something, because also, with this imagery on this card, this tree, right? That takes, to see a tree this tall and mighty, it doesn't grow up overnight. That's not like a week's worth of growth. This is a long time. So there's like a long-term investment some of you might be making in terms of your health and wellness, maybe starting up a certain diet plan or a certain, workout regimen. Again, during the pandemic, there might be, again, a lot of planning around this. Okay, well, if I can't go to the gym, or if I can't, do my, decathlon. Wow, you got to be a real athlete to be doing a decathlon, but you know what I mean. If you're used to doing certain things with your physical body, or used to working out a certain type of way, you're planning, you're being strategic in how you can maintain what you need to maintain in order to keep your physique. Yeah. High Priestess doing all the same things, but more specifically regarding your can't even talk, your spiritual well-being. High Priestess is intuitive. High Priestess speaks to your own intuition or your abilities, your extrasensory abilities. Thank you. So your clairs, clairvoyance, sentience, clairaudient, etc., etc. Some of you might be consulting a person of authority in the esoteric space. So you might meet with a psychic, you might get a tarot reading, you might go and explore Reiki, something like that, the healing arts or the mystical arts. There's something about expanding that knowledge, either for the first time or building upon what you already have discovered for yourself. And in several of your cases, this is somebody else who's going to help you do this work. That's very interesting. And you might have to physically meet them. Again, the Emperor being partnered out here with the High Priestess. So you might have to meet up in person to see how that's done. Or some of you, like, you want to see it. if you haven't ever done any of this, if you've never watched tarot or you're just getting into it, it's kind of like I don't believe it until I see it in my face. So some of you might want to, physically meet up with your medium or meet up with the person who's going to do your meditation circle or some shit like that. I don't know. But regardless of the desire to show up and consult with a person, there is this strength with both of these cards, showing your dedication to the task at hand. And granted, that makes a lot of sense considering your opening message, your general overview, and then what we were talking about in your career and finances. If you feel really stressed out in those two previous readings, I felt there was a lot of stress and a lot of dissatisfaction and a lot of worry and all this other kind of stuff. And this is more like I'm in control of this. Those other two readings, it was like, with work and finances, sure, we have to come into contact with other people. We're employed by other people, all this other kind of stuff. Here, I own my body. I own my wellness. I own what I put into my body. I'm in control of how I nourish myself. And I feel you're really liking that. You need that. You need that reassurance, or you need that reminder that not everything in life is out of your control. Your health, your wellness is in your control. Mental health too. They want me to underline here. Mental health as well with the High Priestess. So I actually want to clarify the High Priestess. I feel the Emperor's pretty straight up. If you want to lift weights, go lift weights. If you can't go to the gym, get creative. Go to Home Depot, stand in the middle of the paint aisle, do a couple of high pulls with some paint jugs, and then go home. You're gonna be able to do the physical stuff quite easily if that's on your mind. But this spiritual stuff is a little more out of your realm, out of your depths for some of you. So let's go ahead and clarify that. Please clarify the High Priestess for me. For Cancer regarding their health and wellness, please clarify the High Priestess. 1. Let's clarify the High Priestess, please, for Cancer at this time. And 2. Both came face down. So again, because they came face down, just for those who are possibly new, or you might already know this about my style, when things come face down, it means they're usually not clear, right? So this thing about the High Priestess, I feel like there's a desire there and you're starting to understand, but you're still a little bit in the dark. So what do we have? We've got the 4 of Wands and Temperance. Okay. So 4 of Wands traditionally speaks to your home life, your foundations, kind of what we were talking about with your finances and your overview, right? A lot of things to do with how you stand firm in your life, how you can how you ensure your own sustenance, your own stability, right? And then Temperance with that. So there's some healing involved with the Temperance card. Temperance, major arcana for Sagittarius, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. Oh, this little crane is like, even though I don't think it's coming from its eyes, but I am getting the sense of like those droplets being like teardrops into water. So some of you are purging something, spiritually speaking, again, because this is clarifying the High Priestess. So some of you are going through a trial by fire or some type of purging, and it's related to your own stability. It's related to how you provide for yourself, how you find balance and structure in your own life. And the confidence behind that, the assuredness of that is sort of quaking, or it's shaky. Shaky is what I want to say. This thing, whatever I'm doing with my hand, it's shaky. So some of you, for the first time, maybe you live alone, or for the first time, again, you're exploring something. For the first time, you could be trying to build a foundation spiritually. Maybe you grew up very religious, and now you're less, you're further away from the church, further away from those traditions, and it's kind of off-putting. And you need to purge, or you need to purge, heal, find balance, all the same thing, really, with that past life where you used to have traditional values. And there's nothing wrong with having traditional values, but if you grew up Orthodox, or you grew up strict Roman Catholic, I'm sure everything that you're watching in this reading, and the person who's reading it for you, is just like not what you grew up learning about. Okay. And so you kind of have to transmute that past knowledge, keep it because it's going to help you. Any previous knowledge is helpful, right? But then like transforming it into something else. There's a transformative or transmutational energy in here as well. So that's a challenge. The spiritual side of this is way more challenging than the physical side. As far as your physical health, again, lifting weights, no problem. Eating well, get to it if you know you have to do it. And finding that center in yourself. Yes, that's the other thing with Temperance, peace, finding peace within yourself. And again, these droplets kind of looking like teardrops. Some of you might have some emotional purging to do. And the other thing about the High Priestess, just to go back here, this could be someone in the esoteric space. They don't have to be. They can be a traditional therapist, okay? but it's someone of wise counsel, period. Emperor is wise too, but I feel that's more your energy. Okay? All right, Cancer, that is your health and wellness. Health and wellness. 11 people. Hello, 11 people. How are you all? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Again, happy birthday to all you Cancers out there, whether you're watching live now or on repeat. If you are here live and you are a Cancer and you do have a question, go ahead and type that into the chat so that my mods can keep track of it. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Clear quartz. That's a whole lot. I'm assuming that's a question. Put the deck away. Let's look at the screen. You have a question. I just want to know if I'm on the right path. I want to study writing and I also draw, but I just want to have a good enough job to be independent. Oh, wow, 1111. Thank you so much for the donation. I really do appreciate that. But I just want to have a good enough job to be independent and have my own life and get out of negative spaces. I want to know if I'm doing the right thing. All right. Thank you very much. And Sunny Days, 1111. Thank you so much for the donation. I really do appreciate it. Greetings, is there someone in reach out to any Sabotage? Okay. So clear quartz came first. So I'm going to dive into that question first. And then Sunny Days, I will get you right after that question. Okay. So first, for clear quartz, wanting to know if they are on the right path, they study writing and drawing, and want to have a good enough job to be independent and have your own life and get out of negative spaces. Okay, let's figure out which deck is yours, shall we? These are coming in. I don't know what's going on with the Cancer energy, or I don't know what's going on astrologically, but it's like pow pow in my face. I think we're going, yes, new era. This, I love all my decks, and I want more and more decks. I might have a little bit of an obsession with tarot decks, but yeah, this is great. All right, so for clear quartz, let's find out, please. For clear quartz, are they on the right path, studying writing and drawing? Will this lead to them having a good enough job so that they can be independent and get out of negative spaces? Clear quartz, studying writing and drawing. Will that lead to them having a good enough job so that they may be independent and get out of negative spaces? For clear quartz, please. From here on, I'm just going to call you Quartz, because that's a lot to say. So for quartz, please. Studying writing and drawing. Will that lead to a good enough job so that they can be independent and leave negative spaces? Thank you. Last one. Who is this guide with the last one? I don't know what I normally say, but that's a new guide. Last one. Interesting. All right, for clear quartz, please. 1, side position. I don't know what it is yet. 2, drop. There it is. 5 of air, conflict. For quartz, please. 1 more. Thank you. And the 3 of water, abundance. And that's 5 of wands. And the star. Okay. And it's in the side position. So here you go. All right. So the star, major arcana 4. It's a little blurry, and I don't like that. Yeah. Whatever. The star. Secondary, or excuse me, major arcana 4, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius somewhere in your life. The 5 of wands, or the aka in this deck, 5 of fire, conflict, and 3 of water, abundance. Your uncertainty is like popping all over that star card because it's not fully upright and it's not in the reverse either. You're in this transitionary phase in your life. And look what's on there. A lighthouse. So you're seeking guidance. What is a lighthouse? It guides a ship to shore, right? It tells a ship, come over here. dock over here. There's land over here. You can get off of that boat if you come here. So you might be searching for something. You might be searching. I don't know if you're searching for a school yet or a job yet, but there's this search. There's this constant search. But it feels like you hold yourself back. Or the water is choppy. The environment is choppy around you. You get discouraged. People discourage you. People get in your head, talking all kinds of shit, or expressing concern. That could also be it. Even someone expressing concern is enough for you to go, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Because like you said in your question, writing and drawing, not traditional lines of study. That would cause a parent or a friend to worry about, oh, how can you be gainfully employed by studying writing? Is that even feasible? It is. Okay. So the uncertainty is really, really hurting you. Maybe hurting's not correct. The uncertainty is keeping you from finding your path. Because that's, again, look at this in the upright. When we have the star card, it's looking for pathways. It's looking for safe passage. It's being able to follow your, for lack of a better word, your destiny. And you're halfway on that path. It's like, that's cute. It's kind of like, when you stand, and I've never done this because, I'm too tall and too big to do it. But when you stand on a diving board and how you're up there and it like teeters like this, and people will go away from it, will back away from diving off of that board into the water. You want to dive. You have to dive. That's the thing about the star card. It involves having faith. It involves having courage. It involves being a little intuitive, or at least insightful from a spiritual space, from an innate knowing. And I think you have it, but the culture around you, the people around you, the environment around you, or your own self-doubt pulls you back, yanks you away from the edge of that diving board, and you never go fully in. So I think your path is here. Yes, they're like, yes, again, with this being the star card, this element of destiny, this element of what you're called to do, what you're naturally good at. I feel like you're naturally good at it. Yes, do it. 5 of Wands, conflict. Or 5 of Fire, I should say, in this deck. 5 of Fire. People don't like this. There might be competition. So I don't know if whatever programs you're looking into, I don't know, whatever jobs you might look for, there will be competition in those regards. You're not the only person who's a good writer or artist. You're not the only person looking for a job in those industries or that utilize those skills. So there will be competition. So be prepared for that. Like, this is very pivotal. I'm feeling like fight for your life type energy. Because, I mean, look what is depicted there. That's a fighter jet, right? Like, this ain't no bullshit. Like, it feels really, really intense. Maybe people are, I mean, I don't know your situation, but it feels like someone or a group of people damn near stand in your way, criticizing or over analyzing your situation. Maybe, could be something like that. Could be something like a friend or a relative. They care so much that they get themselves into a panic, or they get themselves into some type of anxious state, and they project onto you. That's easy to do. Like, if you feel anxious, it's easy to give. It's like, dare I say, it's kind of contagious, another person's anxiety or worry. And I feel like that's what's going on here, that, like a mother figure or an older sibling or something like that, someone who's like, I know things, I'm older, I'm wiser, listen to me, this is a bad idea. And that's the thing, Yes, going back here quickly. Aquarian energy with the star card. Aquarius is not about tradition. Aquarius is rebellious. Aquarius is about revolution. And Quartz, dear Quartz, I don't know what you believe in or what you don't believe in, but what we're dealing with right now, what we're living in right now in these times on so many levels is a revolution. And what that means is traditions, not that they'll be destroyed or forgotten or that they were somehow wrong. They weren't. They just don't serve going forward. So going forward, if the traditional path is, graduate from college after 4 years, get a, mid-level job or entry-level job or what have you, and work there for 20 years and retire, like that has not been the vibe for how many years now? That's what I think this energy, this Five of Wands is talking about. There's this traditionalism or this wanting to stick to the plan, to do the predicted thing, the thing that is most likely to succeed, and that is frustrating, or that's the point of conflict. That's the point of tension here. There's nothing wrong with being untraditional. There's nothing wrong with going another way, because there's plenty of artists and writers who are tremendously successful. So the idea that it's impossible is a fallacy. It's a limitation. And I don't think that it comes from you, but I think if you've been around people like that for a long time, you are bound to be in that energy, or you're bound to be in that headspace, and it's not good for you. So we'll probably clarify that, because I don't know who that is or where it's coming from. Final part, just to move on, I'm sorry, is the Three of Water, aka Three of Cups. So yes, take a look at that again. That's like some beautiful, like triple waterfall, like a natural spring. There is happiness for you. There's like it says, there's abundance available to you if you walk this path. You got to gain the confidence. You got to get away from the detractors. You have to believe in yourself. Granted, it's not all luck. It's not a matter of, oh, I think I'm going to be a success, therefore I am. No, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to display your skills. You're going to have to submit, all kinds of portfolios. And you're going to have to show that you are qualified for these jobs or qualified for whatever you're looking for. Yeah. But if you pursue it, and I feel as if you're dedicated to it, you will succeed. Or if you're not going to take succeed and like be really expansive about it. In terms of like what you asked for, a job, no pentacles here, no earth here. But how you'll feel, like this is like opening up. This here, my heart chakra, this is like expansion. So much happier, so much more peace, so much more joy and fucking reasons to smile, simply because you did what you wanted to do, or you pursued something that you were aligned with. Alignment also coming off of the star card, or making sure that you are aligned with what you need in life. Yeah. I want to clarify conflict. Why is there? Maybe no, because your question. Let me skip that, because you already know. You already know what the conflict is. So let's go ahead and clarify abundance, actually. Give me more information on abundance. Three of Water. Why is that here for Quartz? Clarify the card Three of Water, please. Death. Major Arcana for Scorpio. Could be dealing with... Okay. We're not going to take all of those. We're going to take the one that came face up. But I will say that it was the... I'm not gonna expand on it, but these are actually very good. They're like acknowledge. So these came face down. I only take two when I clarify, so I'm gonna take the one that came face up. But you did have these come out, and they were face down. The Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. That's lovely. That underpins abundance for sure. Empress, nurturing, but also fruitful energy. Wheel of Fortune, luck, expansion. Attached to Sagittarius, so 9th house. So that's education, that's philosophy, that's expanding your knowledge, but then it can also be about expanding your spiritual side as well. So you can take that with a grain of salt. But the other card that came face up, which we're going to talk about, with the Death card that clarifies that Three of Water is the Four of Swords or the Four of Air, Truce. So, how do you get to this abundance? How do you get to this reason to smile, to celebrate? Three of Water can also talk to certain reunions or friendships, kinship that you get with people of like mind, okay? How do you get to that? You gotta let some shit go. Death. That's release. Point blank, period. Release. Get rid of, detach from, move away from, literally might move away from certain people or places, right? And then the Four of Swords, truce. I feel with this one particularly, you would need some type of time to reflect. Again, going back to the Star card, some time to heal. And do not neglect to do that work. If you have to say goodbye to old friends, to family members, to people who represent that Five of Wands, that conflict energy, because they are detractors, because they stand in your way, because they don't support you, because they don't believe in you, because they worry too much about you, and they fill you with anxiety, and they fill you with self-doubt when you don't need that. You got to move away from that and pay homage to it or pay respect to it. But that's ultimately how you get to abundance, is to release, to let go of barriers. And death, I talk about when I do tarot, death is only a state of transformation. It's not the finality of anything. It's just moving from one state to another. You're alive, then you're dead, right? It's it's literally going from one way of being to another way of being. Not to make it super morbid, but that's kind of what this is. So if you have to embrace the death of a relationship or two in order to get to something else, so be it. Like that might seem a little cavalier, that might seem a little heartless, but that's essentially what it's saying to me. You have to let go of stuff that you've already lived with, that you've already experienced, to get to something new, to get to what you actually want. And we do that all the time, don't we? You know, life is nothing but a series of deaths. Quotation marks, deaths, okay? Quartz, I hope that helped you. I hope that made sense. It made sense as I was feeling it. The long and the short of it is, yes. Will you find your gainful employment? Will you be happier? I think is what the bigger message was. Whether you're going to be making, trillions of dollars, I don't know. But will you be in a better state than you are currently if you pursue this path? Yes. Okay. Hopefully that helped. All right. We had another question, didn't we? Yes, we did. They're like, yeah, we did. All right. Let me grab a drink of water. Let me check the chat. Amir, what is that? What is that emoji? Is that a dab? Is that thing dabbing? Is that what that is? Oh my God. I'm too old to even truly attempt to dab. All right. Sunny Days had asked the questions. Question. Thank you. Is there someone at my job trying to sabotage me? And if so, why? What? Crazy situations, which I love to read about, by the way. So let's see. For Sunny Days, please, regarding her situation at work, please show me which deck. Ooh. All right. And once again, happy birthday to all you Cancers. Hey, if you are a Cancer and you're sitting in this room, when is your birthday? Did it pass already? Have you already celebrated? What did you do to celebrate? Did you have fun? Did you keep proper social distance? June 24th. Oh, that was a little while ago. How was it? Sunny? Was it fabulous? Was it amazing? Hopefully it was. All right, for Sunny Days, please. Is there someone trying to sabotage her at work? And if so, why? What kind of bullshit is that? But yes, is there someone trying to sabotage Sunny at work? If so, why? I'll mention that at the end because I don't want to sully what we're creating at this moment. For Sunny, please, is there someone trying to sabotage her at work? If so, why? Last. Okay, again. Who is this person with the last? Ooh. There it is. I twisted my neck earlier and I just did that and that didn't feel super good. Anyway, for Sunny, please. Is there someone trying to sabotage her at work? Well, that was a flip, wasn't it? Was that a flip? Yep, that's what I saw. The World. Ten of Swords. Where did it go? Can I grab it? Yes, I can. Un momento, please. All right. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, they're like, that's 3. For a second, I was like, are we needing more information? Let's get into it. So, Sunny, you get the World. Ten of Swords. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Listen. Yes. All right. They have big goals. They have big dreams. And this person is either jealous of you or envious of you in some type of way. They're an underhanded player. I feel that they're greedy. I feel that they look at whatever the job is, whatever your relationship is with them. Everything is an opportunity. Everything is a chance for them to do better or to elevate, to, what is this? Ascend. Thank you. They are fixed on ascending and they will leave everybody in the dust. I don't know if your job is like highly competitive. If it is, they get off on that. If like you're in sales or if you are competing managers in some type of way, or you're managers of 2 separate teams, they want their sales team to outperform your sales team. They just want to beat you or beat whoever. Competition. The world is their oyster and the world is their competition. Anybody who steps into the arena with them needs to know that this person is ruthless. World energy, Capricorn, secondary for Capricorn, as well as the fixed signs. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Could be dealing with any of those signs. But that element of Capricorn is pretty damn competitive. Capricorn thrives off of doing a good job, being rewarded for hard work, or using any type of power or clout they have to their advantage. This person will throw their weight around. This person will throw people under the bus. They do not give a shit. Point blank, period. So yes, are they trying to sabotage you? Sure. You're in their way. Or you matter so little to them, they don't even register. They're not even conscious that what they're doing is impacting you or hurting you or inflaming you in some type of way. There's a total I don't give a shit with this Ten of Swords. They're not even aware that they have stabbed you in the back. Or if they are aware, it's kind of like, well, that's how we play the game. Don't you know? This is how things get done around here. Stabbing you in the back. 1 sword, 2 swords, 3 swords. This is how I do my job. This is how I get all my great sales. This is how I get promoted. And they keep just like jabbing these swords in you and they don't care. This person is piece of work, man. They're fucking awful. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just like trying to find something redeeming about them. And I suppose in certain settings this works, but in most traditional or standard forms of employment, this is not healthy. Like if this would work, if this person was like a competitive fighter, if this person was like stepping into an MMA ring or a boxing ring or something like that, this would totally make sense. I want to pulverize my competition. Or the person who steps in the ring against me, I'm going to destroy them. That's a great attitude to have there. If we're like, working in pharmaceuticals, if we're just, calling people up and trying to get them to reconsider their insurance policies, this person is like nutso. They're too intense for the job that you have. They take this job too seriously, and or they are so demeaning in how they go about their business that they just make it awful for everybody else. Like, if this person didn't work there, this job would be like 10, 15, 100 times more enjoyable for you or other people. But because this person shows up, it just like sucks the air out of the room. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. This person might have issues. Well, clearly they have issues, but they might have financial issues that cause them to be so, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta be the best, I gotta accrue the most sales, I gotta make the most money, I gotta, again, ascend up this ladder the fastest, I gotta get promoted before everybody else. They might have severe financial problems that make them so competitive, that make them more more than ready to sacrifice is the word they were giving me. Sabotage, sacrifice, same difference. Ooh, in my neck. Oh. Anyway, and because that's the way that they're motivated, the way that they seek, the way that they go about this is just like totally wrong. It's not a wise investment. They keep sort of giving me that mindset. Not a wise. I want more on that. So these two are kind of understood. So actually, I want to clarify this 7 of Pentacles in reverse, please, for Sunny. Why is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse in Sunny's reading? Please give me more information. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here? Lovers, Gemini. Let me tell you something. Ooh, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. Clarify the 7 of Pentacles for Sunny, please. And the Tower. What? Numbnuts. This person is an asshole through and through. No offense if they're a friend of yours. No offense if you like this person in other regards. This person is just an asshole. Gemini energy with the Lovers card. Tower, secondary major for Aries. Also sometimes associated with Scorpio. You could be dealing with any of those signs or none at all. But 7 of Pentacles, this person has like a, dare I say it, and it's a little bit of a cliched word at this time in our history, but this person can be quite the narcissist. They really would struggle to recognize that they're not a nice guy or they're not a nice lady. They would struggle to recognize the ways in which people are turned off by them. They think this person thinks everybody is their friend. Everybody likes them. What? How? You're a dick. But they think that. If they don't truly believe it, they expect it. I expect you to like me. I expect you to respect me. In some cases, I expect you to kiss my ass. This person has a high sense of self. Again, not a good investment. And the Tower that comes out with it, Lord, destructive in this behavior, this personality, the way this person operates is destructive. And it's not even destructive of the self. It's destructive to everything else around them. Everything this person touches turns to crap. Every situation they walk in, like I said, when I first picked that card up, they suck the air out of the room. This person rounds the corner, everybody rolls their eyes. I'm like, oh God, here comes this. Oh God, here he comes. Here she comes. Oh my God. All right, let me act right. Let me get myself prepared to deal with this dick, to deal with this piece of shit. No offense with my language, but like this is like kind of how this is how I my mods can tell you. This is how I talk about people. Like, look at this piece of shit right here. So yeah, they're trying to sabotage you. Why? They're full on they're stuck up their own ass. They think they walk on water. They think they make no mistakes. They think that everybody is like them. And if they're not, they should be. They are the standard. They are the mark that everybody else needs to pay attention to. I'm the person who does it right. Why do they want to do this? Selfish. narcissistic, competitive AF, and has no regard for either you personally or people in general. What do you do with all this? I don't know. But that's the vibe. Do they have it out for you? On a personal level, if you guys have history, like I'm not sensing like they have like this super like Sunny, specifically Sunny, I want to destroy. It's more like Sunny is a person in my way, period. Sunny is my competition, period. Sunny wears a certain shirt and I can't stand that she wears that shirt, so I'm just going to hate on her. Like, it's very arbitrary. It doesn't feel like because of you on a principle, because of your integrity, because of your work ethic. It's nothing. It's more, if I destroy you, I look good. If I outperform you, I look good. I want to ascend. I want to be better at this job, or I want to be promoted. So they disregard you. Okay. Now, a few things I wanted to mention. That's the reading, but Gemini readings for the past few months. If this person is a Gemini or they have significant Gemini in their chart, Gemini's readings have been a little for most of 2020. No shade, no tea to them, but like that's how it's been. Gemini has been very self-serving for several of my readings on my channel. They've been they've been towing the line of decency, of making smart moves, of making moves that will actually further them towards their goals. Like Gemini has been running the risk of like shooting themselves in the foot or doing things outlandishly. So that might be worth a watch for you if this person is a Gemini or whatever. The other thing I wanted to mention is that in this reading, in this live that we were doing for Cancers, the general overview and the career and finance reading, which came at the beginning, I don't know if you were here, Sunny, go watch those two portions and then combine it with your question here. And I think you'll have a fuller picture, because what I was saying earlier was that Cancer, I sense that you're withstanding a situation in your work that isn't healthy to you. You feel stressed. It's full of conflict. It's full of burden and whatnot. And you might be in the need of, or it might behoove you to start compiling a case against someone, particularly if it involves some type of harassment or breach of contract, or something like that. Okay? So, Sunny, that is your reading. I hope that helped you. Yeah. I don't like this person. They suck. But yeah, anyway, Sunny, thank you so much for your question. And thank you again for the donation. That was very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right. What have I missed? Oh, my. Nice for the most part. Oh, your birthday was nice. Thank you, Sunny. I'm glad to hear that your birthday was nice. That's good. Okay. Quartz, you're welcome. Thank you. 10 of Swords. I knew it. Nonprofit training, so it's nothing personal. Got it. Oh yeah, I know exactly who this is. Sure does. Shaking my head. Got you. Will do thing. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad it helped. I know exactly who this is. Oh man. Maybe I should do like a detective agency, like a tarot-based detective agency. I'm kidding. I would never do that. But glad to have helped. Any other questions from the crowd out here? Anyone else who has a burning question, who is a Cancer and they want to ask me? Feel free to type it in. My mods will keep track of it. Oh boy, how long have we been out here? Oh, an hour and 13 minutes. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, where were we? Health and wellness. Are we on love and romance? I believe so. So let's do that. Oh. I'm thirsty. Am I hungry? I had that sushi. Yeah, I'm like, my body's going through something. So I am thirsty, but I think I'm also getting hungry again. All right, love and romance for Cancer. Let's find a deck, please. Which deck for Cancers? Love and romance. Ooh. Haven't seen this one for a couple of months. And I mean, it's so odd. I love this deck. I love all my decks. I don't know why I act like I don't. Ooh. Love and romance for Cancer. Please, insights for them at this time. Oh, man. Love and romance for Cancers, please. Messages, images, and insights regarding Cancer's love and romantic sectors at this time. What time is it? Is that 8? 8:17? Oh, boy. It's so sad to think that 8 o'clock is late. That's how old I am. 8 o'clock is starting to be like, oh, that's late. Love and romance for Cancers, please. Last one. Come on, who is that? It's like a totally different vibe. I don't mind this guide, whoever it is, but they're new to me. Love and romance for Cancer, please show me. 6 of Cups, isn't that nice? And 2 Cups. All right. And the 8 of Swords. Okay. Well, it's going to be a heavy one. All right. Here we go. 6 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Why can't I pick anything up? Jeez. What is that? More sound. That was from the neighbors this time. And the 8 of Swords. It's a little bit fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy. There it is. 8 of Swords. And they're making me add again. That's like 3 times or 4 times that I've added. And I don't normally add or do, addition when I read tarot. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 of Cups. Okay, got it. So Cancer, you have a certain, for those where you're dating, you're committed, you want to be dating, or whatever your situation is, there is this feeling of connection or desire for it if you don't have someone particularly on your mind or in your heart. And it's like, it's very sweet, it's very tender, it's very, dare I say, adorable, right? It feels pretty cute. But there's a melancholy energy here. Yes, melancholy, thank you. Where even if you're happy, quote unquote, content in a relationship, happy with the person that you're dating, interested and connected to this person, there's still a melancholy here. So what I'm getting is something in the situation is off, something in your connection doesn't feel quite right, or someone's mindset or their emotions are not, thank you, their emotions or their mindset. I just threw that at you guys, my bad. Something in the connection is not quite right. One of you or both of you might be a little depressed or in a funk at this time, feeling disconnected or disenchanted, not disconnected, disenchanted at this time. These two, this deck is the zombie deck, so often we see one character is a human, the other is a zombie. So one of you could be zombified right now. You could just be kind of going through the motions of life. I love you. And it's like, it's pantomime. It's not that it's not true. It's just like, this is what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to say I love you. I'm supposed to hug you and kiss you right now. I'm supposed to, do XYZ towards you because this is what a boyfriend does. This is what a girlfriend does, whatever. It's like going through the motions while feeling quite emotionless, or again, melancholy, depressed, extra sad. But again, it doesn't take away from the connection itself, meaning you two, whoever you are, whether you're committed or you're dating or you long distance relationship, whatever the quality of your relationship is, regardless, the closeness, thank you. They're like, say it. So the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups are 2 soulmate cards in the tarot. Okay. you've been with me for a while, or maybe this is your first time. Hello, hi. Soulmate is a dicey word. It's funny. I just had this discussion with my mother a couple of days ago. When I use soulmate, I'm not talking about any cookie cutter experience. I'm not talking about something that is going to be pleasant and sunshine and rainbows 24/7. It's just not possible. That is not the purpose, nor the fashion in which many soulmates show up in your life. Soulmates also do not have to be romantic partnerships. Even though we're doing a love and romance portion, this can be a love relationship in a platonic sense, okay? So take it all with a grain of salt. But Six of Cups, Two of Cups coming out, they want me to say it. This could be for several of you some type of soulmate relationship. So that is why the bond is so tight. What's this? Connected. They're giving me this, like this. What do you call it? Gripping. It grips you. You feel gripped, Cancer, in this relationship. You feel bound to this person. You might have known them since you were a child, since we're looking at two children. And often Six of Cups does talk about nostalgic love or nostalgic connection. So even if this person is new to you, you've only known them a few weeks or a few months, you feel like you've known them your whole life. Again, that can be a quality of a soulmate. But that feeling of melancholy, that feeling that you have or they have of just like going through the motions, I'm just doing this because this is what I'm supposed to do, that's not healthy. Because again, Six of Cups plus the Two of Cups equals the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups in tarot is about emotional dissatisfaction, wanting something more, feeling drawn or compelled to go on a journey, go on an expedition to find actual happiness. This is a very strange reading. Two of Cups. I feel as though, Cancer, many of you resonate with this person. You feel, again, bound to this person, connected to them. But there's something about, see, here we go. This is why I say these things. I'm like, people, you don't have to believe what I believe about soulmates, but this is what I'm telling you. A soulmate is also not a forever relationship. Not all soulmate relationships, one soulmate relationship is not equal to another. So you may have a soulmate in your life, Cancer. You, this Cancer over here, let's pretend you over there. You might have a soulmate and you've been with that person for 2 years. That could be the end of the line for your relationship, while the Cancer sitting next to you could have a soulmate relationship that lasts till the end of time. But you both are in the same grouping. You're both in the same, soul tribe, so to speak, in terms of the Cancer collective, in that you are open to or living through a soulmate experience. So the two confirms to me that whoever this person is, you were meant to meet this person. You're meant to be with them now, or be with them at whatever point you're going to be with them, or you have been with them. But you see how they're eating two different things on this plate, or on these plates? The zombie has brain a la carte or whatever, and the human is eating like steak and peas, right? There is such a difference in your energies at this moment that you might be finding it hard to keep things together. Am I sensing a breakup? In some of your cases, sure. In all of your cases, no way. But the differences are heavy at this time. The differences between you, the difference in what you want, the difference in how you behave, the difference in how you speak and communicate, the difference in how you even express your love. Your love language could be different. Or rather, beyond how you express, your needs are different. To sustain you, you need some steak and peas. To sustain them, they need a brain. A human brain. How you go grocery shopping together? You can't. You can't go grocery shopping together. What you want is in a cadaver. What I want is on sale at Whole Foods. Like, come on. So the differences, even though you're still bound to each other, the differences are really like causing you and them to feel this constant state of friction or dissonance. Dissonance. This is dissonance. I'm telling you this person is a soulmate, and this is the conversation I have with my mother. I'm telling you this person is your soulmate, and in your mind that means forever, or to them it means forever, but I already told you, no, it doesn't mean that, not all the time. So the complexity, or the complexity, like you're having to like really renegotiate how you understand this connection. 8 of Swords. In the meantime, you're just going to stay where you at. They're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. That's why when I said, am I sensing a breakup? I'm like, because there's already this going through the motions. There's already this, I love you. You know, like this dead fish energy. Not to say like all relationships have to have a high level of romance and you have to always be, you know, showing each other some type of emotional and physical appreciation. No, sometimes it's just like, I love you. Okay. You know, I get it. But someone, either one of you, I don't know who it is, Cancer, but either one of these partners, or both, could be both, thank you. They're like, it could be both. Or both of you are just kind of like you know, oh yeah, I love you too. And yeah, of course I love you. Yes, you're the one. And then inside you're like, they're the one. You're sitting there. What does that mean? The next 30, 40, 50 years? This person? I guess. It's like uncertain. But because it works for now, because it's what you're used to for now, because you both are seated at the same table, live together, work together, share property, share, you know, a mortgage or you know, you share a dog together, you might have kids, whatever. Going back, just as a theme, I'm not pulling this in, but just as a theme, I was speaking earlier in the work reading about obligations. Feeling obligated to this person, especially if they're going through a hard time, especially if you're going through a hard time. I don't want to abandon you, or I don't want to cause any upheaval here if you're depressed. That's not nice. I agree. It's not nice. But that feeling of the obligation paired with the dissatisfaction, that's a problem. That's why I don't like obligations. And I'm challenging that idea personally in my own journey, because it sets people up. It sets people up for 8 of Swords to feel stuck in a situation that you know you don't want to be in. The idea of soulmates is obligatory. The idea of this person being your long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, obligatory. Not to say it shouldn't be, but that's... Listen, I'm not going to talk about that too much, because that's like a new revelation for me that I'm kind of like kicking around in my head. But that's what this feels like. It feels like I love you. I really do. I have kinship with you. I have some type of soul recognition with you. But I also feel stuck and held back or restricted because of this, or in spite of this, or whatever it is. And it's extra confusing, it's extra complex, it's extra whatever if this person or you is also dealing with emotional or mental issues at this time, or depression or anxiety at this time, or whatever might be going on. And again, there's a pandemic outside, so that makes a lot of sense. So I want to clarify, because I think the 6 and the 2, we kind of understand the quality of the relationship. So let's go ahead and clarify the 8 of Swords for you guys. Please clarify the 8 of... I can't even talk. Clarify the 8 of Swords for Cancers, please. Why is the 8 of Swords here in their love and romance reading? Please clarify the 8 of Swords for Cancers, please. Eesh. Clarify the 8 of Swords, please, for Cancer at this time. Wow, Knight of Swords. Saw him when I was Consider, ooh, 2 that came face down. Guess we'll take it. Okay. Some of y'all are married and you don't want to be. Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then the Hierophant and the Hermit. Hierophant, major arcana for Taurus. Hermit, major arcana for Virgo. Could be dealing with any of those signs or none at all. Still a general regarding a collective of people, so take it with a grain of salt. Some of you are married to this person and you don't want to be. You made vows, you made commitments, and there's loyalty here. 2 earth sign energies. Earth as a quality in tarot, in astrological concerns, is very loyal. It's very dependable. It's very sturdy, right? And Hierophant is a marriage card. Hermit is a card of spiritual fidelity or service. So some of you might view your relationship as an act of service. Look at this card, Knight of Swords, the term knight, and then look at the artwork, a serviceman or a commander. Service. My job, my commitment, my obligation is to be this person's husband or wife, is to be this person's boyfriend or girlfriend, to be their emotional confidant. Even if you guys break up, again, challenging you with this soulmate thing. You feel like you would always have to have your door open to this person. And the irony is that keeps you stuck with that 8 of Swords behind there. Further, what else do we have? Beyond anything. Thank you. Interesting phrasing there, Gabe. Beyond anything. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Hermit and Hierophant. Beyond anything. This is a relationship that you're meant to learn a lot through, Cancer. You're meant to learn some type of spiritual lessons, lessons that challenge or enhance or somehow underline But what is that word? It's beyond religion. Thank you. Philosophies, personal philosophies. That was what I was looking for. I was like, there's a word, but it's not religion. Because Hierophant traditionally talks about bodies of persuasion or bodies of power. So media, government, religion, things like that. But I think this person, this relationship challenges you and is meant to enhance or wake you up to certain spiritual lessons, certain philosophical lessons. And interestingly enough, how I've placed this on the board, I'll try and hold it up. Yeah. So I've placed it like this on the board because I asked for clarification. These two came out to see dropping shit. So these two came out together, right? The Hierophant and the Hermit. And I placed them over top of that 8 of Swords. I took the Knight of Swords. He's just off floating in space over to the side. And as you can see, it's very combative with the artwork. So there's a fighting. You might be fighting with this person. You guys might be arguing all the time. Who knows? But I feel it's more of a personal fight. You personally are fighting your devotion to this person. Or you feel the need to fight against that. There's someone here. It's not going to resonate with the majority of you guys, I don't think. But for the message that needed to come out tonight, there's a fight against the fidelity. There's a fight against the devotion and the obligation to be in this relationship or to at least always have this person factor into your life. Even if you've not never, but even if you guys go your separate ways completely, get into other relationships, there's always going to be a nice little back door in your soul, in your mind, in your heart, wherever that this person can walk into. I don't really know what you're meant to do with that. But that's what that feels like. And the Knight of Swords, additionally, before I finish out here, this Knight of Swords wants freedom. All the Knights are kind of, loose. They're kind of free agents. But this particular Knight of Swords wants freedom so bad. Whatever freedom means to you, what level of freedom, I don't know. But there's like this, I don't want to be responsible for anyone but myself. I don't want to walk any paths, walk into any circumstances or environments or situations that don't serve me. I don't want to be around people who don't serve me. it's like almost self-made energy, but like that's not the best phrasing, but perhaps self-possessed. Nope. They're like, nope, that's not it either. Self-absorbed, maybe. Selfish. Okay, there it is. There's like a heavy selfishness with the Knight of Swords, okay? Cancer, that is your reading for love and romance. Kind of dicey, but I hope it helped. Oy, 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 oy. And if you've been with my channel for a while, I don't think I need to explain it. But for those who are like struggling with that understanding of soulmates or coming to terms with what type of soulmate relationship you have, Google the different terms: karmic partner, twin flame, divine partner, soul tribe or soul family versus, this, that, and the other. There's all different types, and, there's going to be different explanations of it. But the more you research, the more I think you'll find some clarity. Okay. Let's get caught up with the chat, and then we'll wrap up if we don't have any other questions. Sunny, thank you so much for all your feedback. It's for me. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I'm just like, am I really gifted? Am I just sitting in this room talking to myself? Why am I doing this? But apparently you guys like it. Apparently you guys find resonance with it. So that's the goal, right? To be able to connect with you guys and give you guys messages that you need. Blue Butterfly resonates. Thank you, Blue Butterfly, if you're still here. And Moon Goddess, I got stood up last night. I guess we were not in energy. I'm kind of mad. Who's Moon Goddess? Someone stood you up? That makes me kind of mad. Who did that? Why? I mean, granted, it's a pandemic, so maybe they got a little scared, but you are such a nice lady. How dare they? That's so rude. I'm shocked. I'm a little shocked. All right, guys. Oh boy, an hour and 37 minutes. Anyone else have any questions before we wrap this up? I've had so much fun thus far, so I'd be glad to help anyone. Oh, hello. That's a big that's a big message there. Christina. Yep, he's going through a hard time right now, but I'm also and things just feel weird. Okay. Communication's not great either. We're both Cancers. Okay. Christina, I'm very glad that message resonated with you. Hopefully it gave you some insight. But that's a tough one, especially with a pregnancy, right? Regardless, hopefully everything works out in your favor. Hopefully you and he can come to a greater understanding with each other, whether that be as a unit or as separate people. I don't know. But yeah, man, love and light towards you, Christina. That's a tough one. I do not envy you. And thank you, Amir, very much. Oh, you changed it. Look at you, proactive. Thank you very much, Amir. Go ahead and continue to be my number one mod. I appreciate that. But yes, guys, if you like this tonight, or if you like my channel in general, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. This will be, by the time many of you watch this in the repeat, the information for a private video with me is in the description box. So if you're interested in getting that done, just go ahead and look down in the box and give your girl an email, and I'll be sure to help you out with that. But yeah, Cancer, that has been your reading for your birthday season. I apologize for the lighting and the hat and everything like that, but this hair, I'm looking to get a haircut soon. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys had a good time tonight. I had a wonderful time doing these messages for you, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay, thanks, guys, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.